This presentation will show the findings from the notational analysis of Barcelona versus Real Madrid and focusing on Barcelona. Notational analysis is useful for a coach as it provides additional information which is objective and in-depth. This is important because the coach is unable to recall correctly all the key events that occurred in the match. Hughes and Franks suggest that recall is affected by emotions and bias towards your team. Additional support for the use of a notational analysis comes from Franks and Miller, cited in Hughes and Franks, who have shown that football coaches are less than 45% correct in their past game assessment of what occurred during 45 minutes of the game. The performance indicators focused on in the analysis were successful and unsuccessful passes in Barcelona's half and the opposition's half, shots on and off target by Lionel Messi, shots on and off target by the rest of the team, and the number of passes completed before a goal. The reason for choosing these performance indicators was to find out the effectiveness of the passing by Barcelona by analysing how many shots it led to. I also wanted to know if Barcelona made the majority of their passes in their own half or the opposition's half, and find out how important Lionel Messi is to the team. Finally, I wanted to analyse if there were any differences between Barcelona and an average stat of 3 passes before a goal is scored. The video included here just shows what a good player Messi is and why he is so important to Barcelona. The findings for passing statistics show a successful passing rate of 84.7%, which is very high. 56.6% of the successful passes were completed in Barcelona's own half. This suggests that perhaps Barcelona are just keeping possession. The findings for shots show that only Lionel Messi had shots at goal. Therefore, this shows how important Messi is to the team. For the number of passes leading to goal, I found that Barcelona completed 4 passes before scoring. Therefore, Barcelona are different to the average stat. Researchers who support 3 passes before a goal are mentioned here. These findings can now be used to produce coaching programs. As the stats show, Barcelona complete the majority of their passes in their own half. A coaching program could be produced to promote passing more in the opposition's half. Therefore, this would put the opposition under more pressure. Also, a coaching program which focuses on the other teammates becoming more involved in shooting and scoring goals could be produced. This is because Messi is the only player who had a shot in the analysis. Therefore, would Barcelona struggle if Messi were to get injured? The video included on this slide shows how Barcelona are great at one-touch passing and shows how Barcelona makes so many passes in a match. The coaching process. The findings can also influence the coaching process, and planning would be influenced as the findings show that more shots on goal are needed. Therefore, this should be considered when planning the coaching programme. As the findings show what the strengths and weaknesses are, this would help the coach know what areas to observe during the match. Further analysis into these areas could be done in the future and compared to see if there are any major changes in performance. The findings could be used when evaluating future performances by comparing the results to the future performance to determine how successful the performance was. The findings provide objective and reliable data which will positively influence the feedback as it will prevent the coach giving incorrect information to the players. Here is a list of my references. Thank you for listening.